Jonathan, all the players that have come through this franchise, to be the first one to be Offensive Player of the Month in back-to-back months, what does that mean?
It means a lot. Like you just mentioned, I mean, all of the tremendous, excellent players that have came through, that's the first time that's happened. So I'm really appreciative of it because of the men that came before me, and also grateful for the teammates that I have around me to allow that to happen.
You go out of your way to share praise, not deflect, but share whatever praise you get. I think that's most people's inclination, but just why is that important to you? Why do you kind of take that approach? I mean, it seems like you don't even really like being necessarily praised a lot. I mean, am I reaching?
No, because it's a game of football, so it's not like track and field where I'm lining up. It's just me, and I'm racing the other guys next to me. I mean, it takes all 11 guys on the field in order to have a play go. All it takes is one guy to not be on for a play to crumble, and that's why I try to go out there every single play, make sure that I'm on, because I trust and truly believe that every single guy on that field, all 10 other guys, are doing their job to a T. So, like I said, it's not one of those sports where it's just you lining up and you're going against your opponent. It's all 11 of us. So I feel like it's only right in order to let people know what went into the outcome, because a lot of people only see the outcome and there's one face, or me, or whoever it is, that's the face of the outcome.
Do you think teammates really appreciate that? Because like a Brian Kelly, right? I mean, he doesn't have too many press conferences, right? He's an offensive lineman. Do you think guys appreciate that?
I think they do, and one thing I think that it's not so much if other people outside of the building kind of appreciate that or get noticed, but I just want them to know, as long as they hear it from me, because that's what they're doing it for. They're doing it for the running backs. We're all doing our jobs for the receivers, the quarterbacks. So as long as we know that we appreciate each other, I mean, that's just how you go out there and play 10 times as hard for the man next to you.
You were there in the moment, but your reaction when Quentin went up to Frank and said, "How about if we just call a straight run in the fourth quarter?"
Oh, so yeah, he came up to me. He came up to me when I was sitting down, and he said he wanted to run the ball, and I told him that I'm with him. I didn't see him go up to Coach Reich, but Coach Reich is always open. What are you guys seeing on the field? I mean, we have coaches up top. We're seeing, what we can see from the sideline, but you guys are in the game. I just told Quentin, I'm with you. I mean, whatever you guys want to do, I'm here and I'm ready and able.
Have you ever gone to a coach?
I have not. I have not gone to a coach before. I just always believe in the coach, just because no matter who I play for, I believe they're in that position for a reason. I mean, their job is to see what we can do better or put us in the right positions for success. And I truly do believe that that's what Coach Reich is doing, and Coach Marcus, that's what they're doing each and every single week. As well as my other coaches, Coach Chris, Coach Wright, Coach Thomas in high school. I just always believed in my coaches.
After knowing Quentin for a year and a half, does it surprise you that he would go to the head coach in the middle of a game and say X, Y, Z?
Oh, not at all. I mean, Quentin's a leader. And those guys, they always are in communication with Coach Wright, and Coach Wright trusts Quentin, as well as all of us on the team trust Quentin as well. So if he's believed there's something that we can take advantage of, he's like, hey, I think this will be really good. We trust Quentin.
Was there, from your perspective, you guys didn't go anywhere in the run game in the first quarter, and then 85-yard drive, mainly on runs in the fourth. What was different? Were you seeing different boxes? Like, what was different when it wasn't working versus when it was?
No, it's just the flow of the game. We knew it was going to be a stout front. We knew we had to accept the challenge. We didn't expect to go in there and just run all over them like a backyard playground. But it's just the flow of the game, and as you continue to work it, continue to stay patient, continue working, things will open up.
When Quentin does that, do you feel like you got to back him up now? Do you have that kind of feeling on your shoulders?
Most definitely. I mean, if Quentin feels as though there's something we could take advantage of on the field, and he comes up to me and he says, hey, this is what I'm seeing, I'm letting him know I'm with you 100%. I'm going to do everything in my power in order to make it work.
Through your years, one thing I asked T.Y. the same thing, and he said it sort of depends on who you are if you can go to the head coach. I mean, everybody just doesn't go to the head coach in the middle of the game, do they? But you need to have some rank.
I'm not sure. I don't usually go to the head coach at any level. I haven't done that before. But I would assume that it's someone that the coach and the entire team trusts, are leaders on the team, which makes sense because you need a guy who's been experienced, a guy who who has proven himself day in and day out, not just on the field, but off of the field, in the building, that he works and he understands what's going on.
And the coach is busy at the time too, so you need to have.
I was going to say, coaches, he's probably a lot of things running through coach mind during a game.
You've always been all about team. Is the 9 straight games with the rushing touchdown, is that the most important thing to you right now? Because that puts points on the boards and helps this team win?
You said 9 straight games with a rushing touchdown?
Most
No.
important number for you?
No, I know. I mean, if we win, if that's the touchdown where we win the game, yes. But if not, no. If there's a game where I have 0 touchdowns, but we win the game by 30 points, then it's a good day.
Going back to Quentin asking for a run call, I mean, do you sense this offensive line, like how much they like to run block? Do they gain a certain edge or confidence when they're able to establish it?
I was going to say it's a certain edge the offensive line has. I mean, that's what you want from an O-line. You want an O-line who they're willing to get down and dirty, which our offensive line does day in and day out. They're extremely smart as well, so they're able to do things in a technical way that most offensive line can't do. But it just makes you want to run with that much more of an edge, a chip on your shoulder, because you know your O-line is like super pumped up and they're ready to go, ready to run the ball. So you got to make sure you're bringing your A game, because all 5 are bringing their A game every single snap.